The 15 best Mexican restaurants in the Greater Ocala area. If there is one thing we are definitely not running out of in Marion County, it's Mexican restaurants. Seriously, you can seemingly drive 5 minutes in any direction and find another place serving tacos and margaritas. But that creates a pretty good problem to have. Which ones are actually worth visiting? Welcome back to Heart of Ocala, where we explore the restaurants, businesses, trails, developments, and hidden gems that make Ocala and Marion County such a great place to live. Today, we're counting down my 15 best Mexican restaurants in Ocala and Marion County based on the food, local reputation, atmosphere, history, and what makes each one worth visiting. 2 quick rules. I'm sticking to permanent restaurant locations. We have enough great Mexican food trucks around here to make an entirely separate video. And yes, I know about Latino y Mas. I love it. But their menu represents several different Latin cuisines rather than specifically Mexican, so I'm saving them for another list. If you're new to Heart of Ocala, subscribe because we've got a lot more Marion County to explore. Alright, 15 restaurants, one number 1 spot, and I'm sure absolutely nobody will disagree with me. Let's get started. Number 15, Pepe's Mexican Restaurant and Market. Starting off at 15 is Pepe's on the west side of Ocala. Pepe's is more than another sit-down Mexican restaurant. There's a Mexican market connected to the experience, including a bakery with fresh breads, desserts, and tortillas. The restaurant focuses on traditional Mexican cooking, with dishes like tamales, mojarra, and costillas in salsa verde alongside the familiar favorites. It's casual, reasonably priced, and has been serving this side of Ocala for years. If you want a traditional meal and the chance to explore a Mexican market afterward, Pepe's is a great place to start our countdown. Number 14, Say Taco. At number 14, we're heading downtown to Say Taco. Formerly Sayulita, Say Taco doesn't pretend to be a traditional Mexican restaurant. They describe themselves as an American taco bar, mixing traditional flavors with some much more creative taco combinations. Add tequila, margaritas, and a laid-back atmosphere, and this is really about the complete downtown experience. Grab some tacos and a drink, then walk outside and you're right in the middle of downtown Ocala. There are more traditional restaurants coming, but for a casual taco stop during a night downtown, Say Taco fills a niche nobody else on this list really does. Number 13, El Patron Grill and Bar. At number 13 is El Patron in southwest Ocala. What separates El Patron is the depth of its menu. Beyond the usual fajitas and enchiladas, you'll find huaraches, sopes, lengua, tamales, carnitas, traditional soups, and mojarra frita. And if you're really hungry, check out their enormous molcajete loaded with shrimp, chicken, ribs, steak, chorizo, cactus, and cheese. El Patron doesn't always get the attention of Ocala's bigger Mexican restaurants, but its combination of traditional dishes and a huge menu make it one of the more underrated choices in town. Number 12, Mi Tierra Latina. At number 12 is Mi Tierra Latina in southwest Marion County. Mi Tierra is unique because you're really getting 2 cuisines in one restaurant, Mexican and Peruvian. You can order Mexican favorites like tacos, fajitas, and enchiladas, while the Peruvian side of the menu includes dishes like ceviche, arroz con mariscos, and tallarines verdes. Mi Tierra also has been family-owned and serving the area since 2013. That combination gives it one of the most distinctive menus in this countdown and makes it especially good when everyone in your group wants something a little different. Number 11, Casita Luna. Number 11 is one of the biggest hidden gems on this list, Casita Luna. This is the opposite of the giant, highly decorated Mexican restaurants we'll get to later. Casita Luna is small, unassuming, and very easy to overlook. But people who find it tend to become fans. The focus is traditional Mexican food, including tacos, tamales, and birria, and it has built an excellent reputation without anywhere near the visibility of Ocala's bigger restaurants. Located on State Road 40 West, if you're watching this video, hoping to discover somewhere you haven't tried before, Casita Luna should be high on your list. Number 10. El Toreo. We cracked the number 10 with one of Ocala's true old-school Mexican restaurants, El Toreo. El Toreo has been serving Ocala since 1988. Today, there are two well-known locations, one on the east side and another along the State Road 200 corridor. The menu is classic Mexican and Tex-Mex. Tacos, burritos, chili rellenos, fajitas, quesadillas, enchiladas. They even continue traditions like mariachi night at the Highway 200 location. New restaurants are exciting, but surviving nearly 4 decades in the restaurant business says something. El Toreo is part of Ocala's restaurant history, and this list wouldn't be complete without it. Number 9. Taco and Madre. Number 9 is another Ocala institution, Taco and Madre. If you've lived here for a while, there's a good chance you already know this place. You're not coming here for elaborate decor or a fancy night out. You're coming for straightforward Mexican food and especially the tacos. Street-style tacos with options like steak, barbacoa, and lengua have helped Taco and Madre build a loyal following. And locals have been recommending this place in best taco conversations for years. It's small, casual, and has become a staple of the local Mexican food scene. Number 8. Los Magueyes. Next up is Los Magueyes, a local-owned Central Florida success story that has grown to 6 locations. You'll find them in Ocala, Bellevue, Wildwood, Inverness, Crystal River, and Beverly Hills, all operated by the same ownership group. For our Ocala and Marion County viewers, the 2 closest choices are the Ocala location near Silver Spring Shores and the Bellevue location on US 441. Los Magueyes serves the kind of big, satisfying Mexican meals that keep people coming back. Sizzling fajitas, enchiladas, carne asada, quesadilla tacos, burritos, seafood dishes, and oversized combination plates. If you're hungry, take a look at the molcajete or the fajitas velarda and make sure you arrive with an appetite. Add in generous portions, friendly service, a colorful atmosphere, and plenty of margaritas, and it's easy to understand why it has expanded from one neighborhood restaurant into a 6-location Central Florida favorite. Number 7. Mi Familia Mexicana. Number 7 is one of the newer restaurants on our list. Mi Familia Mexicana in Six Gun Plaza. Mi Familia opened in 2025 and quickly developed a following. It's a colorful, family-owned restaurant with a surprisingly broad menu. There are plenty of familiar Mexican favorites, but also steaks, seafood, and even whole fish preparations. That's part of why Mi Familia has climbed the local restaurant scene so quickly. It feels like a complete Mexican dining experience rather than simply another taco stop. For such a young restaurant, Mi Familia has made an impression fast. Number 6. Riviera Maya. Number 6 takes us out to Dunellen for Riviera Maya. And this one is worth the drive. Riviera Maya combines very good Mexican food with one of the better overall restaurant experiences in this countdown. It's colorful and energetic, the portions are substantial, and touches like tableside guacamole and margarita flights make dinner feel like more of an occasion. It has developed a huge following in Dunellen, and if we're ranking the best Mexican restaurants across Marion County, Riviera Maya absolutely belongs near the top. And now, we're into the top 5. Number 5. Cantina Tex-Mex and Tequila. At number 5 is Cantina in downtown Ocala. I'll say this up front. Cantina is this high because we're ranking the overall experience, not conducting a blind taste test. Cantina opened downtown in 2021 with a Tulum-inspired design, and visually, there isn't much else like it in Ocala. It's part restaurant, part tequila bar, and part nightlife spot, with events and specials throughout the week, plus weekend brunch, and Saturday night Latin night. Have dinner, grab some margaritas, and then walk right out into downtown Ocala. There are more traditional restaurants on this list, but for a fun Mexican night out, Cantina is hard to beat. Number 4, Las Margaritas Mexican Restaurant and Gallery. Number 4 is Las Margaritas in southwest Ocala in the market of Heathbrook. And the word gallery isn't just marketing. The restaurant is filled with colorful Mexican artwork, painted furniture, and decor that makes the dining room part of the experience. But Las Margaritas isn't number 4 on atmosphere alone. There's a huge menu ranging from enchiladas and fajitas to birria, seafood, molcajetes, along with a large margarita and tequila section. It's also one of the easiest places on this list to recommend for a big group. Food, drinks, size, and atmosphere come together here better than at most Mexican restaurants in the area. Number 3, Katrina Cochina Mexicana. At number 3 is Katrina Cochina Mexicana in Churchill Square. Katrina opened in 2024 and quickly established itself as one of Ocala's standout Mexican restaurants. The dining room is impossible to miss, leaning heavily into Dia de Muertos imagery with colorful murals and skull artwork. But the food backs it up. Birria is one of the recurring standouts. And Katrina also has a legitimate Mexican brunch menu with dishes like chiquijiles and huevos divorciados. Add generous portions and a full cocktail program, and Katrina works for brunch, dinner, or drinks. For a restaurant that's only been around a couple years, making number 3 says a lot. Number 2, Frida's Tacos and Tequila. Number 2 is Frida's Tacos and Tequila. And considering how new it is, the response to the restaurant has been pretty remarkable. Frida's combines a beautiful, highly themed dining room with a serious Mexican menu and tequila-focused bar. They emphasize handmade tortillas with a menu that ranges from tacos and birria to seafood, fajitas, and large format dishes like molcajetes. Their margarita flights have also been part of the experience. What separates Frida's is that you don't really have to choose between food and atmosphere. It's polished enough for a date night or celebration while still delivering the Mexican food people actually came for. It hasn't taken Frida's long to become one of Ocala's most talked about Mexican restaurants. And finally, number 1, La Hacienda Restaurant and Supermarket. And my number 1 Mexican restaurant in Ocala and Marion County is La Hacienda on the west side of Ocala. La Hacienda isn't number 1 because it has the fanciest dining room. It doesn't. It's number 1 because when you start asking locals where to find great Mexican food in Ocala, this name comes up over and over again. The restaurant is connected to a full Mexican supermarket and fresh produce, meats, and a bakery, and La Hacienda has been making its own corn and flour tortillas in-house for well over a decade. Those fresh tortillas show up in the tacos, and you can head into the market afterwards and take some home with you. The restaurant itself is casual and busy, serving everything from tacos and tortas to sopes, gorditas, enchiladas, and even breakfast. La Hacienda isn't trying to be trendy. It's a Mexican restaurant, supermarket, bakery, and tortilla shop that has become part of the community. And when you combine the food, authenticity, value, longevity, and the number of locals who continue to recommend it, La Hacienda earns my number 1 spot. So there you have it. my top 15 Mexican restaurants in Ocala and Marion County. And I already know this list is going to start an argument. Maybe you think Katrina should be number 1. Maybe you're loyal to El Torreo. Or maybe there's a small restaurant I completely missed. Drop your number 1 in the comments. And if there's somewhere that should have made the top 15, tell me about it. Remember, I intentionally left food trucks out because Marion County has enough great Mexican food trucks to deserve their own list. And if you enjoy discovering the restaurants, businesses, trails, and hidden gems around our community, subscribe to Heart of Ocala. If you enjoy this content, please consider liking the video. We've got a lot more to explore, and I'll see you in the next one.